Yo, y'all, welcome to WatchMania. It's your AEW Collision. Springfield, Missouri. Watchalong and live reactions. February 24th, 2024. I was Happy Devin. As always, how we doing, y'all? How's your weekends going for you? How's your sleep schedules doing? How rested are you feeling? What's up, Dara? What's up? How goes it? Ayo, Cam, Jordan. Yo, shouts out Jordan and Cam. All y'all on both ends, the WatchMania with the Elimination Chamber stream earlier today, and now what's the card, please? Daz Reynolds. I have the full card listed in the description below. Anyway, I know a match I'm particularly looking forward to is going to be Shane Taylor Promotions in action against FTR. I'm interested to see how well they get to showcase themselves, and of course, Danielson versus Akiyama. That's going to slap. Please leave a thumbs up if you could be so kind, y'all. Please and thank you. It'd be very helpful to the channel. Quick, easy, free way of supporting us. And it helps get us seen more by people who might be looking for something like this, a watch along, either them being new to the concept or looking for a new one in general. Those thumbs up help make that happen. Bryan Keith versus Malakai Black. Yo, that's going to be a Malakai Black in singles competition. Like, let's go. Like, it's been well over a year in AEW now at this point, right? If I'm not mistaken, that's the case, at least. Also, another collision, we're going to have 2 women's matches on. That's what I'm here for. I want them to be a little bit more than like enhancement matches, but AEW kind of just operates like that, so I can't blame them all that much. For the All-Atlantic title, what he fought. Wow, that's how long it's been. He challenged for the All-Atlantic Championship. That was the... Really? Was that the 4-way that determined the first champion? That's going back. Wow. Because Come Forbidden Door will be 2 years. Is Sting on tonight or will he be on Dynamite? I don't believe he's going to be on tonight. Dynamite will be his final show. It'll be Sting's final Dynamite they've advertised the segment as. Yeah, Lady Frost was able to sub in for Kiera Hogan. Unfortunate for Kiera because she's apparently down with illness. Hope she gets better soon. But Lady Frost getting an opportunity here. And hopefully it's not to just job out to Serena in a couple of minutes because Lady Frost can go. One match I'm interested in as well, because it's odd pairing tag teams, despite the cohesion that's supposedly there. Bang Bang Scissor Gang. We got Billy Gunn, Colten Gunn, Jay White in trios action. Not only is it 2 different trios coming together, it's 2 different champions being represented on one side. I'm feeling after doing the Elimination Chamber watch along, I am floating in between reality and fantasy right now. I am just drifting in the twilight. I'm seriously, I sound dramatic, but I'm so serious when I say, like, if I'm not focusing, I just realize that I'm kind of just like, how conscious am I? Like, well, I did get some sleep after the stream. I went to sleep about 9:45 a.m. Eastern, and I slept till like 2, but it wasn't but an hour or 2 after being up, I started just like feeling like just kind of been working on stuff, thumbnails and things like that since then. AEW All-Atlantic title 4-way match. Yo, that was his last time. That's crazy. We're looking at like 21 months since his last singles match in AEW, if at all. Incredible stats. Also, appreciate you, Jordan. We love stats around here. That's part of the reason why I like AEW so much, because they thrive on stats. Speaking of, I got to get Nord going. I'm glad I just checked the time. It's getting a little close in conversation. How's it going, Corlin? You doing well? Welcome, welcome. Nice to see you coming in. Just getting set up here. Don't mind the bloom or the potential lag you may experience for about 30 seconds or so, because that is just going to be Nord doing its thing, taking us to the promised land, the UK. That was interesting. And we should be all set. Apologies for the turbulence you may have experienced. There should be no more buffering. Hit the live tab if it'll be more convenient for you. The audio is there here this time. Here this time. The audio is here this time on the stream for you to sync up with your own viewing of the show. Can't do that for WWE, but AEW doesn't seem to mind as much. Did you watch Chamber? I indeed did, Will Rally Sport. However, I will say we do want to try and keep the WWE chatter to a minimum just because it's an AEW stream. But yes, we did watch Chamber. It was some fun matches with some questionable / predictable outcomes, in my opinion. I say questionable more so in the execution of them. Predictable in the outcome itself. But some of the matches were great. Work was stellar. Production was phenomenal. But we're here for some Collision, and I'm glad that this is the last show in this 24-hour cycle of watching, because this has probably become my favorite AEW product to view. I know, Will Rally Sport. This is like the 4th Collision now this has happened in a row. I'm so here for it. They did it on Rampage a few weeks ago. Last Dynamite, they had 2 women's wrestling. They're finally starting to get on the ball. They need to pick it up. I hope this is not where they rest their laurels. All right, we'll do 2 matches every now and then. We still need them to be feature matches. We still need it to be more overall on-screen time. We need a 3rd women's match. Surprise us with a 3rd women's match. You know, things like that. But onwards and upwards right now is the trajectory. Can't blame them for putting forth the effort. We're opening with this match. Honestly, this is not the match I would have opened the show with. Sammy versus Powerhouse. This should be an interesting match because it's a decent clash of styles. Just the fact that they now have a woman as a major influence next to Tony Khan. Yes, that is a big deal. And not for nothing, before she was signed, we had these 2 matches. Oh, I love this shot for Hobbs. That's great. Here for Wardlow wants the AEW World Title. Yo, that promo on Dynamite was such heat. I loved it. I ate it up. Because everything he said was facts. He spoke with such conviction, and it landed perfectly. If he follows up on everything he said, oh, then he is going to cement himself. And the best part is he will have done it mostly on his own. Pretty much on his own. I say mostly because he's in a faction right now, but he did that promo on it. He did that promo by himself with no one there by his side, and I'm certain the second he wins that title, he ain't handing it to Adam Cole. Okay, Guevara's going off with these double knees. Not with the 3rd. Yeah, because I want to see Hobbs get the victory here. I think Hobbs could stand to get it more. Oh, dang, I didn't go. Springboard cutter, and he's immediately to his feet. Do drop a thumbs up, by the way, if you haven't done so already. Please and thank you. It would be very helpful to the channel. I meant to do that once more before we got into the match. I'm afraid. Oh, this is his first Collision match, isn't it? Hydrate, by the way, if you haven't done so already. I have not done enough of that today, admittedly. Oh, okay. Over the steps. That was nice. Doesn't have much room to step off of it at that angle. And he backed up even further. I don't know about that, dude. Off the bottom. Oh, caught. Oh, you're done. The beginning of the end right there. And if it's not, I don't know what's going on here. I think Powerhouse Hobbs needs to pick him apart. Do you think we get the tunnels back with a new set after the PPV? That's right. I did see something. Tony Khan. I did see something about Tony Khan saying that, and I hope so. I really love the tunnels. I understand that it was initially a TNA thing, but AEW really adopted it, made it its own thing. And while we still have them coming out of the respective sides to represent the alignment of the character, I don't. I feel like it doesn't have the same effect without the tunnels. You know. The people walking out of the tunnels was a real nice touch. Another one on the... Oh, he's going to do several on the apron. Oh, my gosh. Or did you hear green? Because I see some of the green on your side. No, that's the green screen. I had to reset because when I had to reset all my Streamlabs stuff, it color changed. And if I were to try to configure it now, honestly, I think it might be a fucky. So I did have that fixed before where that wasn't as much of a thing. I think I just bled some of it out. There we go. It shouldn't be. Yeah, there we are. Okay. Yeah. Thank y'all so much for getting those thumbs up. It's really appreciated. Especially because this is our third stream in less than 24 hours. YouTube doesn't do kindly with those. Would not be surprised if some of you haven't even gotten your notifications. Give me your belt. It's about to throw out this match because this should be a DQ if he hits him with this. It's not a DQ. Wait, what? It's a no DQ match? When was that announced? I had no idea. Wow, I'm a dunce. I apologize, y'all. I didn't even put it in the description as one. Was that like just added on like moments before the card? They didn't? Okay. On this no DQ match. There's no DQ match in 1 hour. It was labeled. I just missed it. I just missed it. Apologies, y'all. Oh, okay. Yeah, you see, I didn't. I went to the website on their. Oh, that sucked to do and take. Sammy, here's knee. Apologies. Yeah. Wow. All right. Well, we're here now. I'm ready for him to pull out a ladder and try to repeat the spot he hit on Jeff. Not a week ago on Rampage. Oh, that kind of stipulation? A la Drew McIntyre, Dolph Ziggler, Extreme Rules 2020. And Horror Show, Extreme Rules. I hear you, Jordan. Give Charlotte some more reps. Robin's in the tournament. That's great for her. Well, she was in the tournament. But I think Charlotte can stand to get more. Oh, caught. This is not good. Oh, no. Oh, the angle. Oh, that was sick. That was sick. He still had the form and everything. That was so cool. And it went flush as well. I'm here for it. I'm sorry, I can't get over how I just did not clock this was a no DQ match. And the pine. That was so, yeah, the way he still did the leg up and everything. Oh. That's a moment. At the very least for a Hobbs. Like, put that in a Hobbs highlight reel. It really was a great table break. Because, like, usually when you have the double table spot, one of them far too often gets used not enough, and it'll just end up being a hindrance. Like, somebody will clip the table instead of actually go through it, and it'll end up hurting more, especially if it's their head. For Rosa's opponent, I really would want it to be someone really credit. Oh, didn't quite get up there. Yes, he's won plenty of matches with it, including against Keith Lee. I'm trying to remember. I think only like Jericho and one other person have kicked out of it. But he also has Town Business, which is just a burning hammer. He's also adopted the world's strongest slam and called the world's most dangerous slam instead. Probably due to copyright. So that's clunkier. And there'd be no reason to use it otherwise. Oh, yeah, definitely. That second, he really could have just done that spot with one table, but the problem is Hobbs' knees would have not been saved on anything. He would have just clashed right on the ground. So I think that second table was mainly there to help break Hobbs' fall a bit. Unfortunately for Sammy, he really did take the brunt of it. Truly, Hobbs and Bryan Cage were beasts. I really wish that they had a more of a tag run when they were in Team Taz. Oh. Nasty slap. Oh. That always looks like he just straight up knees them in the air. Kicked out. Yes. I'm so here for that. I silently resigned to Sammy winning when he hit that move. Sammy, I need that. Of course you do. You wouldn't be there if you didn't. I don't know why he chose the monitor of all things to hit him with, though. No, I was thinking 630 as well. I don't even think the Shooting Star does it. I mean, it could if a bit more damage is done to Hobbs beforehand. But it's looking like he's going to have to go 630 because that's kind of like, I don't want to say super finisher, but people definitely have finishers in tiers here in AEW a lot of times. You know, they'll have that finish that every now and then someone can kick out of, and then they'll have the finish that no one kicks out of. You know, the ones that you sometimes kick out of, for example, would be the Paradigm Shift, would be the Psycho Knee, the GTH. Hell, even the Spine Buster, I guess, to a certain degree. And then there's the ones that no one kicks out of, the 630s, the Well, actually, people kick out of the Death Rider. But then you have the Fear Factors. You have the One-Winged Angels. Monitor. I don't know. I didn't hear that. I'm not sure if we see Christian Cage tonight. We caught him on Dynamite. Maybe we get a segment with him. Backstage, if anything. But nothing announced. Oh. Oh, that was emphatic. He's still kicked out. Damn. He's gonna reset. Is he gonna set the table back up? So legs gave out. Yeah, in New Japan, that doesn't really apply all that much. I think in New Japan, they just have the mentality of just like, when it's most narratively satisfying for the match to end, it will end. Oh yeah, no, I will say that, Jordan. This match is much better than anticipated. And part of that is due to the fact that I didn't know it was a no DQ match until 5 minutes in, but ultimately, I wasn't expecting to like this match too much because I knew it'd be more competitive than I'd want it to be. I wanted Hobbs to just kind of annihilate Sammy here. I think that would have been more effective for Hobbs' build. But this match has been awesome. And their chemistry has been a part of been most of why it's so awesome. Oh, of course, because they kind of just lay it in. You just hit each other in Japan. Not really, but they have something about it. This strikes in Japan. You can get I don't know, make it look ever so slightly more realistic. However it is, they do that. Oh! His hand isn't cut, so I want to believe that's a working bottle. But maybe he just really knows how to do that. I have not, Jordan. I don't really keep up with New Japan, to be honest. I see clips on Twitter of modern New Japan and stuff, and I've seen a match here or there when I sought it out, but I've never fully invested in the project on a regular basis, just because I like time scheduling and stuff. Feel bad for Kevin. Would you have given your belt? If Hobbs was staring me down like that, yeah, probably. I don't need the belt. I called it, by the way. Man's got the ladder out, and he's going like XL with the whole spot. Double tables, ladder's taller. Oh, he's even hooking it around the rope. He's committing to this. Oh, no. I'm concerned. I feel like, despite the stipulation, we still see Takeshita somehow pop up. Or maybe a new member of the family. Elimination Chamber. I liked... For the most part, yes. Some results, no. Some decisions, no. Well, the decisions, I should say. No one like the most against him. Oh, he's really going for it. Oh, and he got it. My God. Okay, I take it back. This match is great to open with. Did you really? Some of them make sense. Some, I don't know. Some of them really aggravated me. I'm gonna be real. Like, Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne should not be 70-something, Nor should Johnny Gargano feel. Logan Paul being 90 is wicked weird. Drew McIntyre being 89 should be higher, in my opinion. Just things like that. Apologies. If I seem too opinionated. I don't mean to, like, clash over it. But yeah, it was one of those things that was like, I wasn't feeling too much, personally. But I'm glad they allow you to adjust them. How you feeling? Belair, I can dig. Ripley, I can dig. That's great. Cody, I get that because of how he's been booked. That makes a lot of sense too. Gonna have to edit so many stats too. Same Kim. Oh, Smart used Mike Posey as a weapon to knock him down because he knew what was coming. I was so thrown off by that line, Hex. Also, what's up, fam? How goes it? Oh, through the table. Stayed covered. I think he's done. He's done. Got it. You're AEW, right? Hey, what's up, Robert? How goes it? Welcome in. Liv was lower than Tiffany. Apparently. And, like, Tiffany is also, like, 70. It's, like, 79. It's just not cool. Let's get ready for dinner, then work. Nice. Oh, yeah, this match was, like, good old-fashioned hardcore style match. The right guy won. Zach Knight, he's been working Ring of Honor for like a good few weeks now, maybe a month or so. Soft as do belong to wrestling, I do believe. I hear you, Kim. Yes, X Kong, that was a fun opener for sure. AJ vs. LA Mania is definitely going down. Honestly, would be surprised if they waited that long. I feel like they'll have one match on SmackDown. Something will go wrong, and maybe they'll have a stint match at Mania. Yeah. I hear that, bro. Into our first splash screen. We got up next. We got FTR versus Shane Taylor Promotions, and I'm here for that. I'm wondering if BCC gets involved in any way, shape, or form. It's actually funny because not too long ago, SCP faced off against BCC. The heel doesn't. Oh, the heel doesn't always do it. Agreed, Mike. Let me see that. When it's right to win, though. I think they should win. Could we see what, dear? I'm not sure which thing in particular you're referencing. Win so I can get some points. I hear that, George. I mean, you're getting points regardless for them being in a match, but you'll get more if they win. I just have not been doing them all week because everything's been in a disarray, to say the least. I saw what you're for a while. Really? Yeah. What I'm saying is weird. Oh, that's nice. Because he had worked Ring of Honor a few times, and he'd been winning matches and stuff. So maybe he was kind of doing what Amanada was doing, and that was just kind of like trying out. And then he officially got like signed to a proper deal with that being with his appearance on Rampage. Just dope. My match, not show. AJ versus LA? No, I already talked about it. I was saying that I would be surprised if they waited until Mania to do a match. Possibly even do a match on SmackDown. Something go wrong, and they do a stipulation match at Mania. I don't want to get pushed just for the match. No, I hear that, George. I hear that a lot. Especially because we're coming up on that final stretch of the month, so points are going to have to shift around. Oh!
No cars around. Dave says, how'd you get here? Claudio says, I walked. Dave says, from the airport, 20 plus miles? Claudio says, yeah. Walked 20 plus miles on day one. You think 20 minutes is a lot to Claudio? It's nothing. He's a freak. Me, I'm a freak in a totally different way. I need to get hit in the face a couple times just to wake up. Not much of a sprinter, but I can run all day and all night. You will never win a war of attrition with us. When it's a game of who can endure, you got no chance. That being said, we don't get paid by the hour, and we don't want to wrestle.
BCC promo.
Paid by the hour. So a time limit draw for us is unsatisfactory. So congratulations, you pissed the BCC off. Good
Zoe. Hi.
You want to challenge us for Revolution?
Art.
You want to pay
Welcome.
homage to the art of tag team wrestling in one of its meccas, Greensboro, North Carolina? We accept. The four of us will show the world that all that history.
The hearts flow.
History is 2024. This is all elite wrestling. We are the elite of the elite. And this game evolves. Claudia, what am I thinking right now?
I think of tag team wrestling, thinking of the Midnight Express, Rock and Roll Express, Arn and Tully, Crockett Promotions, all the history. You think about FTR, how they look to the past, how they want to bring back the past. We look into the future. We create the style, we create the wrestling that we want to see today. So FTR, if you want to live in the past, that's fine. But if you want to step...
Sorry, y'all got a promo going.
That path is through us. And all you have to do is just be better than John Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, and the Blackpool Combat Club.
You know what I keep thinking? That can't be all that FTR had. Because it feels like they unloaded all their heavy artillery. They emptied every magazine they had in that 20 minutes, and I feel like we barely...
This promo's a little longer than I thought.
You want to be big names in Greensboro after Revolution? You're going to have to swim in deep, deep water.
Bring your whole bag of tricks.
I was waiting for Mox to be like, that's exactly what I'm thinking. He goes, you'll need it. Cutting into the frame like that. Yeah, sorry about following silent so long. Claudio needs to be mentioned in the Perfect Wrestler built from the ground up convo that where he gets talked about all this stuff. That's a great call because yes, he does. Timeless performer. You could stick him in any era and he's a top guy in it. But yes, y'all, if you could please be so kind, do drop a thumbs up if you haven't done so already. It's very helpful. Really, BCC. BCC is a faction that should continue as long as the company is around, even when all three vets are gone. I agree, Jordan. I've been saying that for the longest time. I feel like Blackpool Combat Club should one day could have been this faction of like 9 people, like each Claudio, Mox, and Danielson all have their own specific underlings, you know. But yes, y'all, thumbs up, please, and thank you. It's very helpful. Like, Lee Moriarty, for example, was one of those people I feel like could have been in the faction. Daniel Garcia could have, should have, still think he could be in that faction. Trying to think who would be another. I want to see some women in the faction as well. Let's get Serena Deeb in here. Although she's quite the veteran in her own right. I feel like she'd be up there with Danielson, Claudio, Mox. Let's get Layla Hirsch in this faction. Should be great. Oh. Dax all right? The way he stumbled there? Marina Shafir was set. It's going to be... Well, is it going to be at least a 30-minute time limit? Strong young competition to keep us as good as we are. That's right, Jordan. I have forgotten that element of it. It's like, we almost don't want to take them in because we want to continue to face them. However, I think it would have been neat if he had taken them in and still had them face each other anyways. Their wives should join faces. No! Renee in there busting people who just stiff shoot elbows or something would be great.
In the Atlanta area, up in Gwinnett County, the Gas South Arena, Wednesday, March 6th for Dynamite and Rampage, Thursday, March 7th for AEW Collision. And then
Tagging in Shane Taylor. All right. Right, that's what I'm saying. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Bree mode in the Blackpool Combat Code. The Bree CC. No, thank you. I can already see some line like that. Being written. It's all right now.
Shane Taylor off his feet, though. Waistlock. Shane holds on. Dax comes through. Here he goes. Got a head of some quickness exhibited by Dax. Dax smartly steps away from Shane Taylor. Just took a step back that time, Nigel. Taylor, a very imposing man.
It's an interesting question to pose, Dash. I would go with Renee Paquette. Not too much of a difference between the two, if I'm honest, but Renee Paquette can just more earnestly be herself. And that's all and that's genuinely what she wants to be. If you say so, Donald. Yeah, he is moving fast. That was a quick snap here, dropkick combo. Nerdlings, Claudio is Yuta. Bryan would have Garcia. Mox has adopted Shota Umino, and Deeb has Layla Hirsch. Yes, exactly. You see the vision, Jordan. Oh, harsh quality dip here on Triller TV. I think it'll correct itself in a moment. Hopefully. Yeah, it just buffered. All right. Yeah, we're set. It was scary for a moment. I like how he turned around and like, you really trying to get in and break this up?
Trying to provoke now the hot-tempered Cash Wheeler. Jump in the ring, make a mistake. As the boom was lowered. Boy, was it ever. Courtesy of blind tag. I'm excited to see what Thunder Rosa has.
Damn, that was loud.
Because it's a very competitive field in the women's division right now.
Mox said BCC has New Japan plans. Yo? Oh, that sounds fun. I mean, to be fair, they've already done a few things there, so maybe they've been setting that in motion. Bryan Keith versus Malakai Black. That's going to be a
successful.
Oh, does he?
Serena Deeb and Lady Frost will go at it. And as we said, do not forget we have our big main event still.
To be honest, he should probably take the belt at this point.
Danielson, June Akiyama.
Wouldn't hurt.
Will join us to commentary for that. Of course, Eddie and Bryan will battle for the Continental Crown.
With how much star power New Japan's been losing these last couple of months, they do need someone with a huge name to take that title and like kind of really bring some just like some weight to the main event scene.
Tag is made. And here comes the big guy. And buddy, he can punch with the best of them, can he?
20 years experience, background in boxing. He can move.
Really, 20 years experience. That's epic. Yeah, I saw a post about that. Which titles did they win? Ali won the TNA World title, correct? I did not see which one Nemeth won, however.
315 pounds of Shane Taylor scooping up at Dax Harwood. And now he's going to, big guillotine leg drop and a cover. 1, 2, but Dax is out of it.
Shane Taylor uses the
Oh, the IWGP Global Champion. Oh, okay. That's what that was. I was like, it was a white strap, and I didn't recognize the title from the angle I saw him holding it. Oh, Ali won the X Division title. Apologies. Thank you, George. The new version of the U.S. belt. Yeah, because the... Oh, it's the new version of it. Okay, I thought it was just another... I thought it was an additional championship to the lineup. And the U.S. title... I know the U.S. title was being branded the UK title by Will Ospreay for a time.
Athletes wrestled at one time in the Greensboro Coliseum, where we'll have Revolution a week from tomorrow. Pick up, big bear hug applied here. You're looking live at the Great Southern Bank Arena.
That was an interesting glitch they just had there. What's that banner?
1 week away from Revolution on pay-per-view. Tony, Kevin, Mike,
Yeah, he beat Saban. And yeah, I mixed it up. Shelley's the world champion. Or at least was, right? He lost it to Moose? Am I correct to say that? Turn it over. Oh, flattened him. I was going to say, he needed a better cover than that. He adjusted at the last second, but... Good enough. Okay, tagging to Moriarty.
It's a trap game here for FTR. The number 1 tag team.
Yep, he retained. Okay.
Miscalculation from Moriarty.
Nice shot.
oh, he goes for a sleeper hold, but really smart referee that time by Lee Moriarty. Just back
Finley was US champ. I was the one that changed it. Finley brought his belt back and said he was champ. Knox got involved, had a good 3-way. The global belt, which is the new one. Okay.
stays with the grip. Here comes the big man. Watch out!
To the head with a knee.
Knee to the head.
And it was Dave Finley who won that title and then just dropped it to Nick Nemeth.
In a tough spot here. Here's another side slam.
Off he hits.
Moose is the TNA World title. Okay. Thank you for the clarity. Appreciate y'all helping keep me up to date with the wrestling world outside AEW. I do need to get more on that. And the TNA is on Thursdays. I wonder if I started doing a TNA watch along, if that would hit. I don't know all that much about the product currently, and I just don't. I feel like it would be. Fear he challenged the president. What? Oh, Ali challenged the president. Oh, Nemeth did. Cash with the hot tag. Oh, challenge the president. Oh, Tanahashi. Whoa! Nice lifter. I love to hear that, Jordan. That's so awesome. When when people really make non-world titles seem as important or even more so than world titles, that's a special thing to do in wrestling. That I think needs to happen more. One of the best examples right now going Gunther with the Intercontinental title. You cannot convince me that he's a mid-card champion, no matter what position the title is in the company. Oh! Nice, and then gave him the leg to hook. Although maybe they should have cheated. I don't think Martinez would have got it.
Taylor's been poking at the bear, poking at Cash Wheeler.
Oh, bop. Yep. Those rights from Shane Taylor are so vicious. Imagine them lose to Shane Taylor promotion under the time limit when BCC couldn't beat them.
Settle down, Nigel. He had a handful of tights as well. His cash still comes back. He ducked that one.
Dag, nice. Extra nice.
Sunset flip.
Oh. Yo, that was so clean. Yes, I was going to say, let that be the finish. That was too clean. That was a doomsday variation. Let's do it. And they did it. Did he really? Ew. Yeah, it's not fun to hear, Derek. Christian putting the TNT over is amazing. Yes, Christian makes that TNT title seem so important because of the depths he's willing to sink to keep it. Adding the word heavyweight always helped with them with an Intercontinental Heavyweight title versus the U.S. Heavyweight. Yes, I can agree with that, Jordan. As somebody who prefers to kind of distance from the heavyweight thing, just because there's non-heavyweight wrestlers to win it, I'd love to. I'm not sure if they will, Derek. They haven't yet. So we'll see if they do. I've always preferred the term open weight. That's something that I like New Japan doing, is they have open weight championships because like that feels a little bit more accurate by traditional sports sense. But that's just a little discrepancy most people don't care about. Anyways, promo.
I don't know if you know this, John, but we're like a couple of little cockroaches. We're going to take a lot more than a step on to kill us. So with that being said, if you guys have anything else you would like to say to us tonight, well, you know where we're going to be. John and
Gone with the Doomsday device, they did.
everything you had to say. You talked a lot about differing styles and different eras and how we're
It was like a reverse one.
past and we hearken to the past and that's what we care about. That's not what this is about. Okay. Mox, you've been here since almost the beginning. For almost 5 years, you've been the king in AEW. This is your castle. This is your house, Mox. And I see you, Mox. And I see Claudio, and I see Bryan. I see you walk around the back, and people cower, and they fear, and they drop their eyes because they're afraid of you. I think the reason you're pissed off is you found a couple of people that ain't scared of you. We ain't scared of you. And if you are the king, if this is your castle, you know, I've heard it said, to be a king, you got to kill a king. Revolution, we're coming for your head. Top guys, out.
Okay. There's no way this is just a normal tag match. Right? Like, how do we just keep this? I don't know. After Darius threw it out there the other night, double dog collar match, I feel like it's got to happen. But no BCC came out this time. You would love it if I did a TNA watch along. I appreciate it. Maybe not a watch party. Well, if someone else wanted to do that. We do have 2 watch party channels, which would help because we have the Ring of Honor watch party, which happens at the same time as TNA, now that I think about it. So, yeah. Make it a dog collar? Yeah. Make it some babyface promos after match. I agree, Jordan. I've always liked that. That was one of my favorite things about watching WCW Saturday Night was those post-match promos they would always get. Deeb did it, Copeland and Nubby. Yeah. I agree, Derek. I mean, Tornado's been done a lot lately. And it will be done at the show, now that I think about it. But still. Oh, this is going to be a fun match, Derek. And that's coming from somebody who's never seen an Akiyama match before. I've only heard of... This is one where I'm kind of leaning into the hype from other people to understand the quality of... Hey, Thunder Rosa. Wow, what a list of names. That wasn't Hirsch, no. No, no, no. I'm glad. If Hirsch got no entrance, that would have been shameful. This looks like it's not even somebody who's on the roster. Lady Bird Monroe.
Making her debut on Collision here, going up against the former AEW Women's World Champion. That reminds us, Toni Storm will defend the AEW Women's World Championship against Diana Purrazzo, the virtuosa, part of Revolution, coming up next Sunday on pay-per-view.
Wait a second. Thunder Rosa and... Oh, Thunder Rosa and Toni Storm. I think Tony retains.
Whether it would be against a Toni Storm or perhaps a new champion Nigel and a Deonna Purrazzo, and where a great veteran and a former champion like Thunder Rosa.
Tony was initially the interim champion because Thunder Rosa was injured. That's awesome to hear, Chris, because that means a lot of us are getting exposed to this for the first time because of AEW and Bryan. That would be fun, Darius, to finally get a confrontation between the two. I'm not sure if they do something like that without it either like having some finality to it or leading to something else. And I'm not sure if it can lead to something else with Nigel.
Quite a while ago, because she had to take some time off because of a back injury, a spine injury.
Yeah, Thunder Rosa looking to try to end this one quickly.
Nice knee.
Thunder Rosa missed 495 days in 22 and 23 because of that back injury. There's her flying drop kick that time.
This is what Thunder Rosa does so well. Uses the ropes.
Can we get Nigel versus Ryan? I want it, but I don't think it happens. I want it to, but I don't think so.
Lady Bird to get back up. I don't know if Lady Bird can or not.
And I hope I'm proven wrong. Really do.
For the 2 on a bump.
Put it up. Put it is. Tijuana bomb is on. 1, 2, 3.
And Dunzo. Just racking up some wins.
172 days as the women's world champion. Nigel.
There's still a lot of room on Dynamite's card for things to be announced, so hopefully they get a tag match announced there, Derek. If not, then maybe Rampage. They're here in this venue, and I know that tonight they are taping next week's Rampage. Springfield, Missouri is going to be the host of next week's Rampage, despite the fact that Dynamite and Collision will be taped in the same venue. So I can see them doing that with BCC, where it will look like they have gotten a match just 2 days before the pay-per-view. Will still have the time to rest. It's a win-win, honestly. I think it's a missed opportunity if they don't. Rosa just said, "Don't take my space." Like Storm did. Ha. There it is. Yep, there it is. And that tells me right there that probably retaining is Toni Storm. Yes, this is a Collision Rampage double taping here in Springfield, Missouri, because I do apologize for those in gorilla position who are going to see this for a moment. There we go. So yeah, Collision and Rampage being taped together tonight here in Springfield, Missouri. Dynamite and Collision are both going to be taped and going to be hosted by Huntsville, Alabama this Wednesday, on the 28th. And then next week we got Dynamite, Rampage, and Collision all being taped in Duluth over the course of 2 days. And the following week is AEW Big Business, which will probably have its own Rampage taping there as well. So it's looking a little funky for the time being. And then after that, I believe the Canada tour starts. Welcome, lad. How goes? How goes? Missed 2 matches thus far. Still plenty of show to enjoy. Togato Cat returns as an actor. This is truth, Chris, and I'm not going to be surprised if it's one big setup to get Bailey. Because that's what I'm thinking it is. Watching SmackDown, we'll talk about WWE right now while we're on break. Well, when watching SmackDown from last Friday, Dakota got jumped, but she was very vague in describing how she was jumped. She didn't even specify which members of Damage Control jumped her. She's just like, they got me. You know, and then she's walking around with this limp. Would not be surprised if this is just to lure Bailey into some false sense of security through sympathy. Just playing games. Nice. Hell yeah, dude. We love family time. Who are they facing? Dakota and Bailey are going to be facing off against the Kabuki Warriors, if I'm not mistaken. I wonder what we're going to get up next. Actually, there's been 3 matches. Because first off, we had ourselves Powerhouse Hobbs versus Sammy Guevara in a no DQ match. That was actually pretty fire. Not going to lie there. FTR versus Shane Taylor. What was a pretty fun one. Had a great finish to it. Nice promo afterwards. And then we just had a Thunder Rosa glorified squash, really. But we still got ourselves some fair action. Including that Bryan match. Here for that. I still need to see Bryan and Zach too.
Ladies, we heard from Julia Hart and Sky Blue, and they had some pretty choice words for you guys. What's your reaction to what they had to say?
First of all, let me say that I don't appreciate the hostility shown from Sky Blue or Julia Hart. I mean, like, what happened last week? I apologize for it. Did I put out on social media a statement at 3 a.m. and delete it 5 minutes later? Absolutely. But the past is the past. Stat said it best. We need to worry about the future, and that includes you two.
Let's think before we speak, Stokely.
Holy cow. You got something to say.
Yeah. And Sky, you are always looking for a fight. And you and I, we're 1-1. So how about next week I beat your ass?
Oh, well, okay then. Plain and simple. Hey, Iron Savages! Oh no, Iron Savages. Especially because this is not who I thought it was. Oh, it is though. Okay. Yeah, it was a bunch of middle fingers for Dom. He choked? Oh no. I feel bad for the lad. He choked. Yeah, I feel for the lad. That was awkward. I know where he's coming from. I mean, not very specifically, but yeah. Nigel would say some out of pocket shit like that. What's up, David? How goes it, fam? Hope you've been well. Hope the wrestling's been happy for you. It's just Nigel. Daddy has go to Titty City. Oh my gosh, does that mean we're gonna be AEW featuring TNA here on Collision? Here we go. After a collision, no less. Oh, the pluck in the eyes. I'm here. I'm here. Nice. Love that. Ran the lad over. I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear. And she'll see. Oh, it could be worse. Did I miss Hex? Also, Rosa looking good in her return match. Yes, I'm sorry. I missed that, Hex. Yeah, Rosa is like top of her game in that match this evening. I really think that she's like able to get back in there full time with working those 15-minute story-based matches. What the fuck, Nigel? I know, right? Nigel gets on one sometimes. Oh. I don't think that was intentional. I think the skirt, the ring skirt was just a little too high and he slipped. Auction fan. The best there is, the best there was. Juice wondering? I'm sorry. Hip drop from Jack Jameson. This is a fun faction that I think has a very short lifespan on it, Todd. I think what this is going to result in is some sort of trios feud. Said back shots go Grace. I missed that. Oh my god, that's wow. What are you doing? First week around. Back the faction, right? Come on, Doc. Guns up for the gun line. Did he just deliver that chop with the guns up? Oh, that's rough. Jay White working babyface, not something I thought I was going to be seeing anytime soon. The Rock and the Bang Bang Scissor Gang. I feel like I couldn't confidently say no. Ooh. Ow. The dramatics. Beefcake just melting down over having Splash's partner. The way he popped up off of it and flung over the cell is ridiculous. The Iron Savages are fun, but they're a little too goofy for their own good. Will he join them? You know what? That might be what they're waiting for. Dunzo. After that, Blade Runner. I feel like that's what they're waiting for. When Juice comes back is when Bang Bang Gang turns on him. It's back to Bullet Club Gold, doing Bullet Club Gold things. For right now, they're just staying close to the champions. Alex Caster still trying to get into it. Unfortunately, yes, Dara. It seems like that's what they're going to go for.
Danielson here. Later on tonight, you will go on to face June Akiyama.
I dig that jacket.
A first-time dream match.
Yeah, what you didn't say and what you should have said is the legendary.
Are you going to watch AEW Rosa? Yes.
Somebody that I respect.
I'm still making the thumbnail, but I'll be scheduling the stream soon. So watch this space.
Somebody who's Eddie Kingston's hero. And Eddie Kingston, he's going to be on commentary, watching me wrestle one of the greatest wrestlers in history and beating him. Somebody who is Eddie Kingston's hero. Now, here's the thing. I respect Jun Akiyama. I respect every single thing that he's done. Do you know who I do not respect? Is Eddie Kingston. And see, Eddie, he just made this thing that our match at Revolution, if he wins, that I have to shake his hand and I have to show him respect, and he thinks that's going to kill me inside. And do you know what? Maybe it just will. Because I do not respect Eddie Kingston. And do you know why I don't? Because if he were doing this promo, do you know how he would do it? You've done interviews with Eddie Kingston. And what he says, what? Oh, the boom. Oh, the light. Oh, you got your shoes on. Oh, this, that, whatever. And then he walks off and storms off. He is not a professional. He has never been a professional. I've known Eddie for over 20 years. He's somebody who had more potential than anybody I have ever met, and he has wasted it. He's wasted it until the last year. Not only do I not respect him, his wasted potential pisses me off. And that's why I'm going to beat him at Revolution for the Continental Crown.
I'm so here for you, Jordan. Here with you, rather. My bad. I'm so here with you on that. Because, yes, this has some, like, latent, old, this could be shoot vibes to it. Danielson loses alert, right? Whenever Danielson puts all that stake out, all those stakes on it. Imagine we get a winner or take all this Sunday and Juice returns to help BCG. I don't think that'll happen just yet because BCG was the number one ranked trios in the trios division when the faction was first formed, but they've since fallen from that position. So I don't think there's going to be a title match this Sunday for the trios title, if I'm being honest. Which I do think is a bit wasted. They haven't defended the trios title in at least a month or so, and even that title defense didn't feel like it had too much weight to it. Malakai singles match incoming. I know history's being made. Agreed, Derek. Both Danielson and Akiyama is going to be great. BCC versus FTR is going to be awesome at Revolution as well. I'm looking forward to both of them. Revolution is going to be so fun. I think Revolution might be my favorite AEW pay-per-view each year. And I'm looking forward to it for that reason. So, yeah. You have a great weekend, fam. Enjoy yourself. And get some rest in case you haven't. That's the message I'm echoing to everyone right now. Wait. Did he have a different theme? I was going to say, show his AEW record. Yes. Every single AEW pay-per-view, I go out of my way to make sure I'm going to be able to do a watch-along for. I prioritize those over any of the show that might be airing at the same time as them. In some cases, I'll even prioritize their AEW television shows over other programs, PLEs, or pay-per-views. But, yes. Plan, Revolution. Double or Nothing, Forbidden Door, all in, all out. We'll be hitting them all. Bryan Keith with no fear staring down Malakai Black in the corner. I love that. Really? I wouldn't be opposed to it, Jordan, but I think they did well with the time in between Revolution and World's End to kind of keep that gap there for some of the events. I feel like that's the gap they could have stood to have an event in between, you know? Because it's going to be March 3rd. Well, never mind. That's the end of May. You could do something middle of April, like the week after Mania, and it be something... I wouldn't be opposed to it. They proved to do well with Wrestle Dream and World's End, so why not? I know Warner Brothers Discovery wants them to have more pay-per-views a year, so they might squeak it in.
Elimination cage match that we had right here, and obviously it was Mark Briscoe that helped the team of FTR and Daniel Garcia win. But should that warrant a steel spike in the head?
I think if you're Malakai Black, absolutely do not cross the House of Black.
After the House of Black was alleged to have attacked Daniel Garcia?
Alleged. There was no proof. There was no evidence.
Well, we certainly saw them throw Mark Briscoe off the staging.
After Mark Briscoe had got involved in their business.
Now mirror that by that time.
And the idea is don't try to paint a nice shiny picture when it comes to the House of Black. They are what we know they are.
100%. But if you cross the House of Black,
Shaft of the leg.
expect a repercussion.
Great leg dive that time by Malakai. A leg sweep. Cover that time by Bryan Keith.
Do you know how hard it is to defeat Malakai Black in a singles match?
100%.
I do believe, yes, because that would be Revolution, unnamed pay-per-view, Double or Nothing, Forbidden Door, All In, All Out, Wrestle Dream. Although they said the Wrestle Dream was a one-time thing, but we'll still count it for now. So Wrestle Dream, Full Gear, and then, yeah, World's End. Which, again, that might also be a one-time event. Or at the very least, the name they used might be a one-time event. Though I think it wouldn't hurt to try and make World's End be like the last weekend of the year event. It would be fitting for the fact that it would go along with the fact that AEW does a bit of a soft reset with its records and stuff each year, you know? And then, wouldn't be surprised if next year they do indeed add it in a pay-per-view at like the top of February or something like that. I don't think 12. I think 10, no more than 10. Ring of Honor pay-per-views don't count, but I do think that with AEW having that many pay-per-views, that they could stand to allow Ring of Honor to be featured on some of them. It'd almost be a joint pay-per-view with Ring of Honor in a way. Collision is currently in Springfield, Missouri. And next week's Rampage is being taped with it, so yeah. 9 is already a lot, to be honest. Yeah. My thing is mainly they could stand to be spread out a little more. I feel like 6 weeks in between pay-per-views, a good space, a good gap to have in between them. Gives plenty of time to tell a story from pay-per-view to pay-per-view, and it's just enough time to discourage you booking a feud that relies on 3 back-to-back pay-per-view matches to be told. They're advertising the Revolution World title match with Hangman in it still, but I have a feeling that next week on Dynamite they're going to be saying something about him not being able to work it. You got a fun fact. Who was my favorite old school cartoon character? I suppose old school is the vague part of that. Cause like if you want, I'm not sure how old school is. You know what I mean? Because like I want to say like a Goku or something from Dragon Ball. But if you were saying like really old school, Foghorn Leghorn is a fun one. I really enjoyed both Tom and Jerry. That was one of my favorite shows growing up. You could watch any episode 50 times and not be tired of it. Oi! He's making a...
The fans are chanting House of Black, and there you see we have a Meat Madness match next Sunday, where 3 men will go at it, and that's a lot of meat.
Meat Madness.
Wardlow and Powerhouse Hobbs.
Wow. That's a match. Oh my, Meat Madness. I love that they just leaned into it. You can't watch it live? Why not, Jordan? If it's expenses, join the Discord. We got you in the gorilla position. Just kind of, I mean, you got to vibe with us and chat a bit still, you know, but if it's a matter of expenses, we got you covered. But if it's a matter of scheduling conflict, I apologize about that. Pop up, what do you put bugs, buddy? Roan Runner is fine. In UK work on Monday morning. Oh, that's rough. Yeah, the pre-show will be starting at midnight for you. That's harsh. Sorry to hear that, fam. I personally, I requested the day off for Revolution, the day after Revolution. I put that request off, and because AEW's pay-per-views are announced ahead of time, I'm able to really get ahead of the curve on that. I should look up the date for Double or Nothing and do the same thing.
We are 1 week and 1 day away from Revolution on pay-per-view, and right now Malakai Black of the House of Black, the leader of the House of Black.
What? Didn't hook that other leg with that. Captain Caveman is underrated. Captain Caveman. Not heard of him. Caught the leg. Missed the knee. These two lads read each other. Malakai's letting Bryan Keith get a lot. It's their first pay-per-view on a Sunday since you got your new job. You know what? You're right. And they have been doing... They have had a few Saturday events between World's End and... Wait, Full Gear was... Yeah, Full Gear was Saturday as well. Was Wrestle Dream on a Sunday? I think it was. Trying so hard to get him over. Nice. Teacher, I got 2 weeks off starting the following week. Nice. I'm glad you'll be able to get that. Maybe we'll move it for you. Hey, would you mind bumping Revolution back to 16, 17? It'd be real great. Appreciate it a lot, bud.
So good you could be with us. So glad you could be with us here live on TNT, and Aubrey Edwards administering the count.
Oh.
Both men up at the same time. You could see Malakai.
The double sit up. We're here for it.
Malakai relentless, going back to the feet, leg sweep that time. Watch. Boy, what physicality we got. Tried a rolling elbow that time, or a rolling lariat. Malakai again with a leg sweep to take him down.
Nice cheek to take Keith to the corner.
Just a pump kick to take him down. Or take him to the corner, that is. And there goes Malakai. A rising headbutt.
Out to the side of the skull.
Yeah.
Black stunned on the top rope. Right up there.
Flexibility of Malakai Black keeping him perched.
Is he going to try that?
Not able to break.
Nope, not now. He's not. Malakai perched on the top turnbuckle.
Oh, that was rough because there was so much distance to cover with that stomp. Push off. And then the knee. Sherman. High bridge. Beautiful. On his tippy toes with it and everything. No spoilers, please, Todd. Unless it has to do with AEW no results being discussed about a show that hasn't happened. Yeah. Apologies. It's nothing personal. You're not in any trouble or nothing. Not getting upset with you, but yeah. Here, let me do the thing. Oh, done. Just leveled him with it. He was just sharp. It's like, that's such an out of nowhere finish, too. Why aren't you just hitting him? Just hit him, man. There we go. Oh, and there it is. Dante's Inferno. Briscoe, maybe. Yep, you called it. The implications of literal murder. Hey there, Tori Blonde. It would be Bryan Danielson. He's my favorite all-time wrestler, any era. That is my guy. Really no idea where the story is going. Right? Like, does he get some payoff? Does he get a team to take them on to win in trios competition? Nice. Serena Deeb up next. Against Lady Frost. Hopefully that match can be a fun, competitive one. But yes, I believe this will be getting a full break. Yes, then I shall be taking one myself. So, apologies, but BRB. And I am back. Do apologize, rather. Hey. Lance added to the meat match. Yeah, same. I didn't see it until they threw the graphic up earlier. That was the case. Thank you. Have you met any wrestlers? Not super big time. When I went to my local promotion school, I met Gangrel, who was the head trainer there. And I met, of course, the wrestlers of that promotion, including the person who kind of invited me there. But I haven't met, like, any top-tier present-day TV stars. You Bucks.
On your hands, the fight of your life.
Yo, that's awesome, Tori. Hell yeah.
What emotion from Stan and fans. It will be a tornado tag match that we cannot wait to see. Next Sunday, Darby Allin and Sting defend the tag team championship against Matthew and
While I have it on the mind, y'all do please drop a thumbs up in case you haven't done so yet. It's very helpful to the channel. Quick, easy, free way of supporting us. Gets us boosted, gets us seen. Recommend it to people who might be looking for a watch along. Maybe they aren't looking for a watch along, but they see it and they check it out. So that'd be helpful if you could do so. Up next, we got Deeb versus Lady Frost. Did Lady Frost get her entrance? Starting to think she didn't. She did. Well, she hasn't had one yet, which means she's going to. Awesome. That seems babyface-esque. That's awesome. Love hearing that. When people meet, like, people they admire or enjoy watching, and, like, it's legitimately worth the experience.
Lady Frost returning here to Collision. Nigel after spending some time in Mexico.
Let's take a look at just how impressive this competitor is down there in CMLL. You can see the experience that she gained and how devastating offense. Beautiful from the top rope. Will she get the chance, though, to enact that here against, as you mentioned, Tony, the technical tyrant? Serena.
I'm hoping so, X-Kong. She's a great worker. They could stand to sign her. See her mostly in Ring of Honor, and she's even gotten a few wins here and there. But I want to see her being like a prominent member of the division, getting booked as a character in stories.
Two of the ladies in our women's division. Leg trip that time by Lady Frost.
She does.
The cover. I like trying to go for a win quickly. Why not try to get it over with? One.
Not a bad attempt, and of course, this is the first time that the professor of pro wrestling, Serena Deeb, has not really been able to do a lot of preparation for her opponent.
No, that's true, because originally scheduled it was supposed to be Kira Hogan.
No, nice. Got the arm over. Oh, turned it around on her.
A little bit of the flu bug, right? And was not cleared medically.
The flu bug?
to compete today. So therefore, Lady Frost, who was here, she was doing media, she came back and was able to take this match. So short notice for Serena Deeb.
This will be a big test for the professor, who has said that it takes. Oh, hold on.
Oh?
Looking for a
What are you doing
submission
here?
How about that?
Got it. Now she's got the added angle to it.
That for a move.
Very impressive.
Well, the high-flying Lady Frost, who certainly dazzled them in Arena Mexico in CMLL this past week.
Well, that's always been a thought of mine. I go back and forth on it. Most recently, the one I've been feeling is "Save Me" by Halo. which funny enough was on a SmackDown versus Raw soundtrack. I'm trying to remember which one. I think it was SVR 2008. There was another song that I would really think would work for me, but it's not coming to me right now. I can't remember what it was. Oh.
Serena Deeb, who said it takes 10,000 hours to become a master. What's your excuse, Tony?
I've only had 9,000.
I'm only at 9,000. Now I want somebody to go through the trouble of calculating the amount of hours Tony Schiavone has worked as an on-screen broadcaster, be it commentator, host, whatever the case, from the weekend. Sure. I don't blame you. I'm trying to remember what's the one song of the weekend that I've been recently exposed to. Oh, in the midsection. All right. I think so. I think it was another sound. It was another song that was on the soundtrack. Weekend. I'd have to see a list of them.
Of Lady Frost. Gonna have to be very careful now.
Gotta ask Serena Deeb what she calls that hold. Do you know what she calls it? Which hold? That hold that hurt the leg of Lady Frost. I know what they
Not coming to me. Well, I'm not gonna look too much into it. Just 'cause I don't want to get distracted.
I'd love to hear you say that.
I'll write it down.
Well, I mean, that's what the move was called.
Yes, that's what it was called, was a death lock. Okay?
Serena Deeb getting wrestled to the mat. And not for nothing. Lady Frost, like, yeah, she can pull it off, but I've always seen her as more of a agile performer rather than a technical one.
Not just learning American style or British style or any style, it's every style.
So there you go.
Thank you very much. That's an education I didn't know I was going to get tonight. Probably didn't need.
Lady Frost with a shoulder block. Again, showed that.
And then another one.
Again, lays it in. Serena trying to push her off. Ooh. Serena mounting a comeback here with a European uppercut.
I believe at AEW Big Business, we're going to get the AEW debuts, the proper AEW debuts of both Mercedes Moné and Kazuchika Okada. Kazuchika Okada, I should say. That's the better way to pronounce it.
These ladies are bringing the leather here, man.
Sounded. Oh, wow.
Boy, Lady Frost, so impressive. What an impressive athlete.
How about Chris Statlander coming out firing earlier on? I can't wait to see that one. What a week it's going to be. The road to revolution is rocking, man. I can't wait.
We're all going to be Wednesday in Huntsville. You're looking live at the Great Southern Bank Arena. We are in Springfield, Missouri for this edition of Collision Live. Dragon screw leg whip.
Oh, setting her up. After that dragon screw, you already know Tequila Sunrise is on the horizon. Oh, hey, that works.
The great explosive, high-flying action. But it has been Deeb's domain, keeping this match mostly grounded.
Now you see we're going to be coming back to Canada in the month of March. We're going to be in Toronto. We're going to be in Quebec City. You can get all your tickets at AEWTIX.com and London, Ontario as well.
Oh, telegraphed it. Deeb got caught. Now Lady Frost trying to make a pay.
Let the man live. He's been one of the greatest for a while now. When Cena pulls a couple of comedy gimmicks, Over in the Fed, do people start acting like he's washed? Actually, they do, kind of. So never mind. At least it's consistent across the board. But still, it's foolish behavior. People change up. People lighten up. When you're at high up on the mountain for so long, you can afford to mess around a little and it not really ruin. And you know what? Yeah, that's a great point. He has been, like, Chaos is not the most serious stable from what I've come to understand.
Neckbreaker that time by Serena Deeb. It's stunned Lady Frost, who staggers to the ropes. Serena's got it.
Oh,
Neckbreaker cover.
I think she might be done. No, she's staying in it. All right. Might have to go to Tequila Sunrise after all. Yeah, it's just burdened with being a generational talent. You know what? That's epic. I kind of love that, Jordan. He's like, I didn't ask to be one of the greatest of all time. It's just the case. Just let me fuck around and try on the Young Bucks gear, would ya? Like, I love that. That's burdened with being a generational talent.
Battling through the pain, they'll be able to get up with a kick.
Used her right leg to kick. It's her left leg.
That's who I've seen doing it. Yes. Oh, into an air raid crash. I'm here for it. I honestly like that more than the Alabama Slam variant.
Oh, Lady Frost in a lot of pain. She's still just grabbing that left knee.
But the strategy of Serena Deeb has paid dividends late in the match. Oh,
Tried a spin kick. That time spinning heel kick. Serena with a back elbow.
Nice. The hammerlock lariat.
Like a hammerlock. Clotheslined her down.
And here we go. And oh, just into the half crab. Didn't even trap the arm. That's a hard angle, too. I think she's done. She's done. Same with Coda and Kenny. That's fair. That's a fair take. Kenny is such a dweeb. I say that affectionately, okay? Omega is one of the dweebiest wrestlers in history, and it's so great. Honestly, one of my favorite things about him is that he's so unserious so much of the time.
Great effort by Lady Frost, too, as well.
Anything Jack Perry wrestling in Japan? That concept, like I haven't been watching it, but it's cool that he's doing this for himself. I'll say more on after the promo.
I put the locker room on notice when I came back, but I'll remind you again. Any single woman that wants to step in this ring, any woman that wants to join this women's division, the professor will be here waiting in Deeb's dojo, waiting for the best, because I'm here to elevate this women's division. Now, when the professor wrestles, the lights don't turn out. When the professor wrestles, the picture doesn't go black and white. But when the professor is in the ring, I wrestle. And Serena Deeb is back to claim this division, and I'm here to put the wrestling back in All Elite Wrestling.
Looking for a T versus Mercedes would be yes. That'd be a fun clash of styles. Give them 13 minutes and it would be a good one. Both Mercedes for that matter. Martinez and Monet. Second match without even knowing it was going to happen. That's awesome. It's just like, oh, I guess I'm working now. That's great. Jack Perry wrestling in Japan. As I specified earlier, I'm not sure if you were here when I did. I don't really keep up with New Japan just because scheduling and stuff doesn't allow me to. But it's cool for Jack Perry that he's being able to expand in this way. You know, being able to work in a different promotion, because I'm pretty sure he's still with AEW. It was just like a whole, working of tearing the contract, which I feel like most people have made sense of, considering the fact that AEW and New Japan are working together. So, I think Jack's doing good for himself being over there. It's going to give him some growth that not only he didn't know he needed, but he probably wouldn't get if he wasn't there specifically. So, search like a 90-second video. That's pure cinema. Oh, really? That's awesome. I'll have to check it out. Hell, if you want to join the Discord, drop it in the viewing recommendations. One of my favorite things is when people are just like, hey, this is the thing I want you to watch. It's like a promo segment or whatever the case may be. Sometimes it could be a 40-minute match. Sometimes it can just be like a 2-minute segment, you know. I gotta say, I'm a little low on energy, but I think I'm doing a lot better than I thought I'd be doing before this venture. That being 3 streams in 24 hours. Rampage, Elimination Chamber, and Collision. Elimination Chamber was... I don't know if I'm going to do that again. If they have a 5 a.m. show, I don't know if I'll pop up again. Bad at Discord, but I'll still see if I can drop in. Understandable. There are certain platforms I don't do too well. Like Instagram, I just don't function very well with it. Something about it just doesn't click with me. Like I feel like whenever I'm on that platform, I'm always like, all right, what's the thing I have to press to go do the thing I want to do? Like at every step of the way, and it gets frustrating. Which is why I stick to just Twitter. Even though that's become a cesspool. More of a cesspool. Discord, honestly, I guess it would be my most used social media platform. But, well, Discord is an awesome platform. What it suffers from is being a little too, like, bubble-like, you know? You can create your own community and stuff, but it's very easy for that community to just kind of be closed off from everything else. Which isn't a bad thing when you want that to be the case, you know? For safe space and stuff. Where on the Discord? You'll put it in the viewing recommendations. Do make sure that you've verified yourself. The message that you get when you join the Discord, you'll give you some brief instructions to follow. Yeah, you won't be able to see that channel until you get verified. Appreciate you giving it a go, Jordan. Thank you much. You seem to really know what you're doing. I'm jumping the gun with you. Will be Mercedes' first opponent? I want it to be Saraya, but I think they'll work up to that. Did I say Serena? I meant to say Saraya. Really? They haven't... Well, they didn't... it's been not too long ago since they had that trios match. So that makes sense.
Bryan Danielson refusing to look at Eddie Kingston, who is staring daggers into crying Bryan.
Well, let's not forget, Eddie said that he would put the Continental Crown on the line at Revolution with one caveat, and that would be win or lose. Bryan Danielson would shake his hand after the match.
And Bryan Danielson made no bones about it earlier on, spoke about, kind of the book on Eddie Kingston. Up until the last year or so, Eddie Kingston in a lot of people's minds was a disappointment because he does have so much talent and ability.
I did watch the Chamber. However, we'll say we won't want to avoid any spoilers for it for anybody here who hasn't yet. Some people watch the wrestling out of order and stuff. Oh, he works in DDT, does he? I will say, without any spoilers or anything like that, I did mostly enjoy it. For what time did it come on for me? I live in the East Coast in the United States, so it came on. The main show started at 5 a.m. for me. The pre-show 4 a.m. And you really, Jun Akiyama wrestled on Rampage. Oh my gosh! Wow, that kind of escapes me. That was before I moved WatchMania to YouTube, so I couldn't look at that. Yes, that is it, Jordan. Yes, thank you much. That should give you verification. You should be able to see the entirety of the Discord for you. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Where do you now pick up the headphones?
Thank you very much for joining us.
Eddie, thanks for coming. I know there's a lot of bad blood. And Danielson again just does not.
Start at 10 a.m. for you. Oh, so you're in the UK. Nice. Shouts out. We have quite the UK base here in WatchaMania. Now, 2 of our mods are UK based. I really appreciate that fact. And we have such an international reach.
Make it a little easier for Jun Akiyama here tonight in this main event.
Bryan does not want to go toe-to-toe with Akiyama, former amateur wrestler.
Would have been an Olympian, right?
Yes, would have been an Olympian, but
There.
decided to be a pro wrestler.
They're good.
Was highly recruited, and it was all Japan who came.
They're really trying to create an opening for one or the other to take advantage of. And none of them are willing to really commit to a grip because they know how easy. Oh, here we go. Greco-Roman knuckle lock. Code of it. Alrighty. Appreciate you, Jordan. I'm going to check that out first thing after the stream.
Studied one of the men I wanted to be like, one of the men I wanted to wrestle like. It meant everything to me. You guys saw me break down in tears in front of people because of that match. When I bowed to that man, it was not just out of respect, just also a thank you for everything he's done for this great show.
Akiyama's waiting for the next move. Danielson has back for a moment, and then right back, controlling the arm is Akiyama. The way he's not even looking at Danielson, he's just feeling out the graps. It's great. How would you book All In 2024? Ooh. I really would try to be as unbiased as I could and like book what would be the best for the company, but it's so hard for me to not somehow end up at Danielson winning the AEW World Championship and or defending it there. Scoop the ankle. Oh, we're going for the Romero special? I like how he's eyeing Eddie.
Just because I didn't bow down to promoters, just because I didn't kiss anybody's butt who was over with the office and all that other stuff, I got in trouble. Because I told the promoter, you better pay me. Oh, you're not going to pay me? I'm going to take money from the cash box. I got in trouble.
Oh, wasn't giving him in his arm, so he just abandoned ship. It sucks because once he gets you in that position, damage is going to be done regardless, whether or not you let him complete the hold. Oh, he is going for that left ankle, that left knee, it looks like. Selfishly, I want Bryan. Will in person. Really good at the company. Ospreay, Swerve. Yeah, that's one I thought about too, because I'm like, Swerve could easily be world champion going into that pay-per-view, facing off against Will Ospreay. And you know, funny enough, I could see Swerve defending, which I think a lot of people would find crazy because, you know, Will Ospreay, countryman, and all that. Oh, right into the deathlock. That was smooth. Just slipped his foot right into the gap there in his legs. Pause.
Danielson once again just pulling back, and look at this. The Muda lock pulling up on the chin of Akiyama. Akiyama knows all about this.
Oh. I can't tell if it's in his eye. Oh, it was in his eyes, and he's got till 5, Danielson. That's great.
one of the great strikers with his feet as well, and there was one kick from Akiyama.
And might have been part of the reason why Danielson was looking to soften him up. You know, you look at the career of Jun Akiyama from the early 90s to now. He's beaten legends like...
Oh, yeah. Danielson's arm is... Oh, that was so gnarly looking. Like, that could be thumbnail material. Oh, wow. And then right into the hammerlock. Danielson's arm was back there already.
that he learned from Jumbo Tsuruta, the first guy to ever be the Triple Crown champion in All Japan.
Hammerlock applied. Fans, this is our main event, and we are going to continue picture-in-picture.
That's the way. Create separation. He needs it. Is he going to dive? He was going to try. He got rocked some fierce for it. That's doing that little glitch thing. Yeah, it corrected itself.
Ahead of steam, tried to come through with a tope. He's going to go for the...
Apology. Oh. It looked like a slip. Could pass it off as a flatliner.
We know that Jun Akiyama possesses that explosive suplex. He was trying to go for it. Bryan Danielson felt it and tried to take the legs out of Akiyama. I've got to give Bryan Danielson his dues. That was a smart move. It was a smart move. Akiyama's knee was feeling it. Sorry to cut you
Wow, Nigel out here putting over Danielson for the sake of covering up the slip up. That's a professional right there. And that's saying something, given he was the man out here making OnlyFans comments earlier. AEW really love giving me the matches that people say, oh my god, this match happened 25 years ago. What? Just learn. Really? I had no idea he worked Japan. That's interesting. Oi.
That knee that you talked about, there's a cover. 1, 2.
Didn't hook a leg. You saw how Danielson used his legs to kick out there, too.
Tsuruta could hit you from any angle. Any way from it. Moving forward, backward. Could do it all. Beautiful face lock by Akiyama. Have you talked with Akiyama about what you have?
Turned into a side headlock now. Oh, the referee getting jammed up in the corner there. Mans is a little too up and close to the action. Up close in person with the action, rather.
Oh, but Akiyama's eating it.
Boy, you're not kidding. He takes a step out of the corner.
Bushido, fighting spirit.
Right to the eyes.
Close to the eyes.
Watch the
Snapping
knee.
him over. Here comes the knee. 1, 2. A 2 count.
Near fall, our referee, Taito Nakabayashi. Oh, he's going back out.
Trouble for Bryan Danielson after that.
That's right. Yes.
Akiyama.
Might be looking for the
He worked a few matches around the time of Forbidden Door last year.
Akiyama here. He's changed positions so that his good knee is on the inside. So he's better set up for hitting that exploder if he gets the opportunity.
That's a great call, Nigel.
That's why pay me the big bucks, Tone.
Tonight's main event continues a week and a day away from Revolution, live next Sunday on pay-per-view. Eddie Kingston joins us. He's the Continental Crown Champion, and he will defend the title against the man in the ring. Watch out for the lead. Bryan Danielson. Here's Rosa.
Oh, that was rough. Danielson really ate that. Oh, no.
Direction of this match as Jun Akiyama delivers the knee.
Bryan Danielson crumples right in front of our broadcast.
I hope he's okay.
Kingston, Bryan Danielson coming up on March 3rd.
Setting him up for a suplex.
No, Danielson got the knee to the head. Great block by Danielson. He kneed Akiyama in the head and then came away with a suplex of his own.
Akiyama holding his chest there. You can see knocked all the wind out of him.
Right.
Danielson say he wanted to face Akiyama because he's one of your heroes.
Big knee strike.
Nice throated knee. This is bad. I just return to the living. Sub up. Sub up. Sub up. Clap, clap. Sub up.
Rolls in the ring, trying to get to his feet.
To the channel, yo, shouts out to subs. Appreciate you all sticking around with WatchaMania. A nice missile drop kick.
Akiyama's up in the corner. Battles against former Triple Crown.
That's rough, fam.
Danielson
Oh no, you're gonna be up all night. I said coma. I really meant it. You said coma. Your brain was like bet. Caught him with the lariat. Oh, clothesline, really. The Continental Championship really does look like the classic Intercontinental title in WWF. Oh, bringing it down. Got him in the label lock. Yep, grips completed.
As you can see, the nose and the eyes covered.
Right on the bridge of the nose, just the fingertips now from Bryan Danielson.
And the long frame of Akiyama beneficial as he's able to pivot the hips and get to the ropes.
Causing the break, referee checking in. You can see Akiyama just
Oh god. No. Oh, that's what a nightmare that could have been. What distance this man is gonna try and clear.
Akiyama's to his feet. Oh, and he socks him with the right hand.
And Bryan was stuck in between. Too far away to jump and too far up to come back down. Well, Jun Akiyama could take care of the down part quickly.
Big headbutt by Danielson. And that stuns Akiyama. Up top. Oh, big knee.
Rough. And I love it. Eddie Kingston calling out the spots where they happen because he's such a fan of Akiyama. I can get with that, Jordan. That's a good shout. And I think that'd be a fun approach. Like, really look at the belt. Down to the shape, the banner in which the Continental Champion, the lettering even. Looks just like it rolled over into that half crab. Just needs to step over. See, there it is. Stepped over it. Cinched in. Center of the ring at that. Oh. Yep, he's going for the ankle. She was booked and busy. This is sad. I think she's mainly doing the women's television title tournament Ring of Honor right now. She's going into the second round where she's going to face off against Taya Valkyrie. I find that interesting because they're both undefeated in Ring of Honor. So someone's always got to go. I can appreciate not oversaturating her. She's had a lot going on for her. But I do think that she does need to get booked in the next week on AEW programming specifically to like really keep that momentum going. Nice. I hear that, Jordan. That would be such a fun match. Their move sets would very much complement each other in competition. Rhea out here. Rhea's well rested. Needs feud. Girl, it's been legit like 13 hours you slept. Oh my gosh.
Danielson surviving, but does not mean he's not out of trouble.
Another kick by Danielson finds its mark.
Into the German, yes. Oh, into the exploder. Oh. And he's, oh. Danielson wriggling the fingers. Ooh.
Do you want to give Bryan, can you give Bryan some credit for at least facing Yuji Nagata and Jun Akiyama?
I will always give Bryan credit. That's never been the problem.
That's right.
That's never been the problem. I give the devil their due, trust me. That's never been it. The problem's been with me, him with me.
Oh, the double Psycho knee. That was great.
The Psycho knee attempt by Danielson and the running knee by Jun Akiyama at the same time.
Why did he make it sound like they were two different moves? Did they not both attempt the same move? What was the difference? Other than the leg they chose to try it with. Bad. No, it's 5 hours. I should stay up to watch wrestling. It's not worth it. Yeah, no, I had 2 cups of coffee during the last stream. Boy. Got like 4 hours of sleep afterwards. Woke up at like 2 Eastern. Been up since. Floating in between life and death. Or at the very least, reality and fantasy. Oh, he just just look at that. Just Danielson slumped. Oh, you see, the only problem with that cell is that realistically, in any combat sport, the referee is calling the fight. There's no, it doesn't continue after that. I mean, I think Ryan does translate to the other three. Oh, that's what Psycho means? That's great. Please go to sleep after this, I beg. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like if I floated this, float at this level of consciousness long enough, like get to understand more about the universe and shit, some other philosophical nonsense. Let's go with it. The way he looked slow to the windup. I don't know why I stuttered so much, but and then he got it with the kneeling Psycho. Yeah, Brad, without giving away any spoilers, mostly yes. And I'll say that. We'll be watching this back tomorrow. Oh, yes, this is definitely a match worth, like, fully investing your attention into. I might be rewatching it myself. I tend to do that sometimes when I'm collecting the points for the prediction series over in the Discord. I just need to see who's on the show and who's in what matches and stuff, but sometimes I'll just get caught up rewatching the matches. Especially because, like, doing the watch-along, it's naturally going to happen that I miss something or, you know, like, a detail skates by me, particularly something that the commentators say. He's going to shake Akiyama's hand. I kind of want Akiyama to not do it. I want Akiyama to be with it. Oh. Damn, that might be the shot right there. And then flick. Oh, wait. I want him to turn around and Akiyama level him out. Level him. Yes. Yes. The disrespect. Oh, the straight dick kick. How dare. Oh, and there's Claudio. Looky here, the ghost of your past. Oh, where's Mox at? Eddie Kingston and FTR versus BCC? Ooh. Eddie Kingston ran in and attacked Danielson. Claudio ran in to help Danielson. FTR ran in to help Akiyama and Eddie. Also, what's with Bryan going against all these legends? Agreed. I think this is Danielson just trying to, like, have a consolidated New Japan run brought to him in his final full year. Holy, that trios. Looky there. Oh my god, I literally called it in the moment. That's great. Yes. That's going to be a banger trios match. Hell yeah. I'm so here for it, y'all. That's going to be a fun match. Alrighty. Thank y'all so much for joining me. 3-3. Oh, man. This has been a hell of a run. That's for sure. There will be no My GM stream tomorrow. And you know what? Not for nothing. Probably for the best. Over on my part, at least. Just really quickly before I lose the feed. All right. Do drop a thumbs up if you haven't done so already before you leave, in case anybody's leaving. Do drop a thumbs up. Be very much appreciated. If you're watching on the VOD, do drop a comment. Those help us a lot, too. Check out the other watch-alongs we've done in recent time. Need some love. But we will be going live this coming Wednesday for Dynamite. And as you see, we got some stacked shit for Dynamite, Rampage, Collision, and Revolution. I don't have the thing in the lineup yet. I'm going to get that going. I'm going to get that set up for hopefully sooner rather than later. So do check that out. And also subscribe to the secondary channel. Like I mentioned, no GM stream tomorrow, but we will be doing those every Sunday over on the secondary channel, WM Network, in the pinned chat message, in the pinned comment below. Please and thank you. It'd be very supportive. It'd be very helpful. Thank you for indulging me on the plugs. As he said, part-time 10 matches a year. That's less than I'd like, but understandable. So crazy to think that he actually winding down. Like, what am I gonna do if I can't rag on him? What am I gonna do if I can't mark out over him anymore? No matter what he does, being a jackass, being the baby face, being the guy who's getting his ass whooped, or being the guy whooping ass. Bam. He's my guy. But thank you so much again, y'all, for joining me for any and or all of the streams. I know a lot of you tuned in for each one of you. Thank you so much. But until next time, y'all, happy wrestling.